Hello and good morning to everybody. This is Paul Vincenti doing something different, my usual work, the usual things I usually do, focusing on something which has always been dear to my heart. Um, and as I look at the debate that continues, unfortunately, in the most unprofessional manner through the comment sections of the media more than in any civilized critical thought debate, I thought it's important to point out and to help people who might be wondering how to reply to certain uh, questions about abortion by giving my six pence, my point of view on some of the questions often used by people who support the concept of abortion and how maybe someone who doesn't support that idea, that thought process, that ideology, whatever you want to call it, how they should reply. And the first one I wanted to deal with today, in a very short video, is why do pro-abortion people insist that we call them, or they are called or referred to as, pro-choice people? I think that if and I don't know if you agree with me, but if you look around at any lobby group, any political group, anyone, any NGO or charity that really believes in what they stand for, nobody, no organization, no group of people would deny or avoid talking about the very thing it is they're in favor of. And if you look at people who are, for example, in favor of looking after or helping the people who are starving in Africa, a great thing to be working to help people to help to be involved in. Then you would openly show pictures of these children starving or mothers um, um, unable to feed their young ones and adults suffering the huge consequences of starvation. And therefore, in your promotion and in your debates and in your photographs and in your media and in your advertising, you would want to show that. You want people to see what it is you propose. And you wouldn't selectively choose certain areas of it. You fully would come out and say, we stand for X, Y, Z. Yet when it comes to the pro abortion movement, they hide it. They don't want to be called what they actually are, or referred to as people who are actually in favor of abortion, even though exactly that is exactly what they're in favor of, the legalization of abortion on demand. They always begin by, they always begin, when you look at the history of how abortion was brought in, whether you agree or not, right? Whether you agree with abortion or not, the strategy has always been the same. There are always selective emotive arguments presented which are always one-sided, never in favor actually of. They will never highlight or talk about the baby that dies, the result of abortion. They'll never. They don't want to be faced by pictures of abortions because all they want you to hear or understand is that this is only about a choice. It's about a female choice. Now, identity politics is very dangerous. It's very broken because identity politics assumes that because the identity is a woman and that a woman should have a choice, what they're assuming is that you won't have a say, or they're trying to bully you into not having an opinion that may be contrary to that. Because if you do, then you're against women. And that's unjust. It's unjust on women because women do get hurt by abortion. There are many, many groups supporting women who believe the lie that it was just a choice, who are now going through processes and programs trying to get a life after the terrible experience of an abortion. And of course, the fact that an unborn child dies in the process of an abortion as well. So pro-choice people basically want you to call them pro-choice, as I just did, because they don't want to be anyone to highlight the fact that they are actually in favor of the choice for abortion, which is the killing of an innocent unborn child. And they will present all sorts of valid reasons for this, which I'll talk about in different videos. So, whenever somebody says, I'm pro choice, the way I always reply is, well, no, actually, I don't think you are pro choice. I think you are pro choice for abortion, but you can't hide behind being simply pro choice because if it was simply a choice, abortion, then why are there so many huge amounts of support groups trying to help women with post abortion syndrome, which is now classified as a recognized psychological condition following the trauma of an abortion. Why there's so many hundreds and thousands of women suffering today in groups such as Silent No More, a massive group in America of women who are resisting this bullying, this psychological bullying, this societal bullying, where they're speaking up and saying, you know what, it wasn't a choice. And I believed it and it wasn't a choice. So that's why they're silent no more. Because after an abortion, you're told to be silent. I don't see pro-abortion groups setting up post-abortion health centers and therapeutic health centers. I don't see crisis pregnancy centers being set up by pro-abortion movements. What I do see is it's just a choice. And they're comfortable hiding behind a choice also because if they're hiding behind the word choice, then someone who might not necessarily be in favor of abortion if they understood what it was really about would possibly more likely be in favor of abortion because, after all, who can be against choice? And that's why they want to be termed as choices, not pro-abortion supporters. And so I always insist and I always bring out the fact that you're not pro-choice. It's not a choice to buy an ice cream or a different flavor of ice cream or a TV for Christmas. It's a choice to kill or not to kill. They don't want the word kill, baby, or abortion to be mentioned. They just want people to talk about choice and women's choices and rights. That's disrespectful towards women, disrespectful towards the intelligence of human beings. And of course, it's also fatal, that sort of language, to the unborn child. So I hope that helps. Always point out that they're not pro-choice. Resist it. Don't use the terminology pro-choice. Use the language you are pro-abortion. Now, if they can't accept that they're pro-abortion, then really, what do they stand for? What do they stand for? Challenge them on that. So that's me with this quick message. I hope you find it useful. If you do, please do share it with other people. And if you disagree with what I said, I'm fine with that. Okay, just be civil about it. We don't agree on everything. Okay, there are many sides to every story. I understand that, but we are all entitled to an opinion. But certainly an opinion which is based upon civilized, critical thinking and logic, not just simply emotional opinions based upon nothing but rhetoric and hearsay. So, thank you.